Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the Dirty Wave M8, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Today, I wanted to talk about using transpose to be able to flip chops so that you can maintain the same rhythm from a pattern, but have it select different samples to use. So I'm just going to do, even though I'm not going to use most of these, let's just do our usual track start off, and I'm just going to go into 60. I usually use that as my first chop if I'm not doing bass. I'll do 50 if I'm doing basses, but I usually like to start with something that's not bass, and then if I don't like any of the bass loops I find that are in the right key, I will then just try and program something in with one of the onboard synths. That said, we're going to go over here and get a sampler. And for this to work, you have to have transpose on, and I'll get into some of the root note and other things at the end of the video here. But with that said, let's go load. We're going to go find a sample. Let's see what we got here. That one's not bad. The wah guitar would be nice if it started with something. Let's try this. We will try it. Let's go edit. This looks to me like maybe 32 will fit. Not quite. Now, I'm going to have to go up here. Just watch, like, because I haven't moved the slice marker. It's just going to play through all of these sample chops. If I switch to 0, 1, and then 0, you can see it's just highlighting the first one, and then it'll work correctly. So this is fine. It's close enough for me for what I want to do. I'm not going to actually overwrite or save this out, but if you have a loop that you need to actually manually chop, you want to do that. So I'm just going to go set this to 32 because it looks like it plays fine. And now we can set C1 as our first note, C#1 is our second note, and etc. So we can change what we're grabbing for chops here. You can hear a little bit of a clip in there, or noise, like a click. But let's increase the volume a little, just so it's easier to hear what's going on. So I'm just going to really quick set volume with an attack of 1. Should help. Okay, so we've got this going, and it's just going to keep playing the same thing for the 4 bars, because we were set phrase 0, 0. It's just going to go 0, 0. It's just going to keep playing this pattern over and over. Let's say I like the rhythm of it, but I want it to actually pull some different chops. Well, I can go up. Let's say we do like 4, 0, 0, 7. So what's going to happen is it's going to play the original pattern. It's not shifting anything. Then it's going to shift all of the samples up 4, and then it's going to play it back normal, and then it's going to shift them all up 7. I don't know how this is going to sound. It may be bad, but I found this a really good way to reuse patterns that I want to get some different sounds without having to go reprogram everything. So let's hear. So I mean, it's fine. Like it could be tweaked. Like a couple things that come to mind, right? Like this note maybe is a little much. We could just say, we could come in and play like an nth. We're gonna go up a little higher and go nth, and just say play this like every 2. So it'll play it the first time and the third time through. Maybe we want this to be an nth 4 so that it'll only play at the end of the bar. And we're getting a little, because of the amplifier. So let's just see how this sounds, right? Like, again, we're just experimenting and just trying to show you a few things here. Maybe not great. There's a couple things I might like to do here. I want to see how this sounds with a forward ping pong. So it plays forwards and then backwards, then forwards again. And that might help us fill out some of the space here. Let's go. So we got like a bit of that drag. I think this maybe needs to move. Whoops. try again. So we're hearing it kind of evolve over time because it's just, as I said, it's moving those slices. A couple things you want to know if you do decide to do this is, first up, if you have anything other than chromatic, it will use that scale as a filter. So if you set like C major, C minor, it will start deselecting the notes that you can go to and then kind of reroute them up or down to whatever fits in the scale. So if you want to use scales, it's totally fine. You can do that, but it will change the sound. You can address this by coming into the sequencer and putting a scale in here and just setting the scale for the entire sequencer as 0, 0. It'll set it for the track so that it won't get overwritten. So if you want to play around with these kinds of concepts, that is one thing that will work. On the other hand, I have had things where having something like if I'm working in like F Dorian or whatever, having it pick out those different slices kind of forces you to work around or with how this works. It will mean that you can't use certain chops, but that's not a bad thing. So, like, we'll see, like, this might be a little bit different. So, let's go fix, while I'm here, kind of want to change this from clip to maybe post AD. See if that helps with the end. There we go. It's not quite so chunky. I actually kind of feel like this might be able to benefit from a delay. Little chorus, and maybe even some reverb. So anyway, guys, for those of you that are learning the M8, I'm just going to keep trying to drop stuff here and give some thoughts, suggestions, or ideas for you to play around with. But yeah, hopefully this gives you some ideas. Like, I don't do this all the time, but I absolutely, when I'm trying to be, I'll say, precious with phrases, or I just want to get a new idea really quick and I don't want to have to go through the effort of like just creating phrase 0, 0 and then push everything up 4 and then down 3 and 5. It can be a really quick way just to get some new sounds out of some of your existing chops and loops, similarly to how like this will behave just as you'd expect using synthesizers, where it will adjust and keep things in the correct scale. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.